Imagine standing alone in the cold silence of dawn. The empire sleeps, but your mind does not. You've carried the weight of 1,000 decisions, the pressure of an empire that stretches beyond your sight. And yet in this stillness, before the chaos of another day, you whisper to yourself, begin. That was Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, philosopher of the soul, and perhaps the loneliest man in the world. His life was not gilded comfort. It was burden, responsibility, endless wars at the borders, plague within the walls, betrayal from friends he once trusted. And still he found time to write, not for glory, not for others, but for himself. A journal of reminders, notes on how to live when the world feels unbearable. He wrote them in the dark, in tents beside battlefields, words that would one day become meditations, words meant to steady his heart, not to impress anyone else. Because even an emperor needs guidance. Even a ruler must remind himself that he cannot control the storm, only the way he sails through it. Imagine him now, a weary man in armor, looking out over a frozen river, knowing that tomorrow he must send men to die. The burden of command heavy on his chest. He could despair. He could drown in power, pride, or fear. But instead, he turns inward and says, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That is the voice of Stoicism, not of emotionless denial, but of serene acceptance. Marcus did not avoid pain. He faced it head-on, calmly, deliberately. He understood what many of us forget, that peace is not found when life becomes easy, but when we stop letting hardship disturb the soul. Today we scroll through endless noise. The modern empire is digital. Our battles fought with comparison, anxiety, and distraction. We feel overwhelmed by things beyond our control, politics, opinions, markets, the relentless demand to be more. Marcus faced the same truth, only with swords and crowns instead of screens. His answer remains timeless. Control your judgments, your choices, your response. Think about your own life. How often do you wake up with 1,000 worries waiting at the edge of your thoughts? How often do you chase things that were never truly yours to command? Other people's approval, the outcome of plans, the opinions of strangers. Marcus would tell you, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this within my control? And if it isn't, let it go. You are not meant to carry everything. In his time, the empire was crumbling at the edges. He watched friends die, his children fall ill, his body weaken under illness and fatigue. Yet his words remained gentle. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This was not resignation. It was courage, the quiet kind, the kind that keeps you upright when life presses you down. He believed that virtue was the only true good, that reason and integrity were unshakable, even when the world collapsed around them. And in that belief, he found freedom. Not freedom from pain, but freedom within it. What would Marcus Aurelius tell you today if he could stand beside you in this noisy, restless century? He might say, "Do not be disturbed. You have seen all this before. Humanity has always suffered, always hoped, always feared. But what matters is how you use this moment. What matters is the strength of your inner citadel." He would tell you that peace is not a gift waiting in the future. It's a discipline, crafted moment by moment. When you feel anger rising, remember that you can pause. When life feels unfair, remember that fate has never promised fairness, only the chance to act with honor. When you lose what you love, remember that impermanence is not cruelty, it is the nature of everything. Marcus lived as both emperor and servant of wisdom. His life was a proof that power does not protect us from pain, and that philosophy is not an escape, but a practice. He did not preach detachment from life, but participation without despair. To do what is right, to accept what comes, to let go of what you cannot hold. As he once wrote, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. That is not naive optimism. It is gratitude sharpened by awareness of death. Memento mori. Remember you will die, not to frighten you, but to awaken you, to remind you that this very breath is a miracle, that each moment is a chance to live according to your highest self. So when your world feels heavy, when you scroll through endless chaos, when you feel lost in comparison or failure, think of Marcus Aurelius, alone in his tent, writing to himself words that would one day echo across 2,000 years. He did not know anyone would read them, but he wrote them anyway because he needed them. And maybe, just maybe, we need them too. Begin, be patient, be kind. Do what is in your power and release what is not. Build your inner fortress. Let the storms come, they cannot reach what is rooted within you. Thank you for watching Stillness and Sti. If this story moved you, if it brought you a moment of calm in the noise, like and subscribe for more Stoic stories. Until next time, be still and stay strong.